Hey, here's how to learn people's stories to keep your best people. You just lost one of your best people. They didn't leave for money. They didn't leave for a better title. They left because they didn't feel seen or heard or appreciated. It's the quiet leaving that you didn't see coming until it was too late. So how do you stop it? You learn their stories before they walk out the door. That's exactly what I work with leaders like you to do, to keep their best people. Right now, organizations everywhere are asking, why are our best people leaving? How do we attract talent that sticks? How can we lead in a way that actually connects? And those questions are vital. Why are people leaving? How do we attract talent that wants to stay? How can we lead in a way that actually connects? See, here's the truth. People don't leave companies. They leave cultures. They leave managers and supervisors and leaders, and they leave relationships that don't work. They leave relationships that don't work. Excuse me. And most often they leave because they don't feel like their story matters, that what they do matters, or what their concerns are matter. They do. And honestly, you cannot fix that with ping pong tables or a free lunch. Not even free pizza. I'd consider it if they gave free pizza. You fix it with connection, with trust, and building an empathy rich environment where leadership listens. As a middle school band director, I saw many of my students quit band once they got to high school. I felt frustrated. I felt sad for those students. They didn't leave band because they stopped liking music. They left because they didn't feel like what they did mattered to the high school director, or like their contribution was what was making the music, not the music itself. Now, I'm John Nepper. I am the Trust and Connection Maximizer. I'm a professional speaker, I'm an educator, and a trust and connection builder. So I work with leaders just like you that want to have conversations that matter to keep their best people. I work with leaders like you who want to inspire their people to work to their highest potential and who want to motivate them to stay with your organizations forever. How? Through interactive, high energy keynotes and trainings delivered on site or virtually that give leaders the tools they need. Number one, to build trust, real trust. Number two, to create powerful conversations. Number three, to recognize people's contributions. And most of all, to learn their stories. Because when you learn people's stories, or you learn what they value, or you learn what makes them tick, and you're able to respond in a way that gives them those things, they stay. See, when they feel seen and heard and appreciated, they stay. When they trust you, they contribute. When you lead with empathy and create an empathy-rich environment, everybody wins. Everybody wins. So it's all about building trust and showing appreciation and starting real conversations. Here's the thing. Empathetic leadership is not soft. It's strong. Because when people feel seen and heard, they show up. When they feel heard, they contribute. When they feel valued. I know this sounds repetitive, but when they feel valued, they stay. In every keynote in training, I teach a proven framework that gives leaders empathy skills that build loyalty. They discover how to truly listen, respond, and connect with people where it counts. In that same framework, they get conversation tools that motivate people to stay. They learn how to invite honest ideas, opinions, and feedback, take it without getting defensive, and ways to meet their people's needs because they're listening. See, the kind that makes your team feel valued and heard. And when they do that, when they feel like you've really got their back, like you're supporting them and you're learning about what makes them tick, they work better. There's also strategies in these programs to build trust at every level. Let's face it, without trust, leadership is just noise. If people don't trust you, they're going to give this much. They'll resist giving you more because they simply don't trust you. In these programs, they're also going to learn ways to acknowledge and appreciate the people in their organizations every day. Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like someone to come past you and say, hey man, great job on that. Man, the team is really working well and I'm so glad you're a part of it. Who doesn't like to hear those things? I do. And I know other people feel the same way. In these trainings, there's also strategies to eliminate the fear of having real conversations, fear of not having enough time, fear of not knowing what to say, fear of maybe it's not my business or I might be embarrassed, fear of not having the time and a way to make that time, and fear of maybe feeling like it's not their job. There's ways around that, and we talk about that in these trainings. They learn ways to make authentic dialogue safe, natural, and effective. That's powerful. And that's not only true in your professional life, that's true in your personal lives as well. So these are the things that create a culture people love. Remember, people don't leave a culture they love. They don't leave a workplace they love. And when there's leadership there that keeps them inspired, they are going to stay. So I work with leaders across industries from healthcare to education to corporate teams. And here's what they have to say. One person said, I had no idea how much I was missing in the conversations I wasn't having. I had no idea what I was missing in the conversations I wasn't having. I don't know about you, but that's a pretty powerful statement. Another person said, after John's training, our team finally felt like we could be honest. And that changed everything. They wanted to be honest. When they learned how to be honest, it changed everything. Another person said, this should be required for every manager in our company. Man, I tell you, in the companies that know the value of this, that make these trainings required, that get people to talk with one another and listen to one another and support one another, those are the companies that are creating success. You can do that too. And the results are greater retention. People stay. Stronger teams. Leaders who lead with heart and get results. Why the urgency? We are in a moment right now where leadership can't be mechanical. Can't be anymore. That's the old way of managing, and that has to be gone. The companies that are still locked in that, well, this is the way we've done it forever, it's not working anymore. And they may be realizing it, but they could be realizing it too late. The leaders who succeed in the next 5 years are going to be the ones who prioritize empathy and work intentionally to create empathy-rich environments and that create conversations that matter. Those people in your organizations are deciding every day. They are deciding every day whether to stay or go. So let's make the decision easier by making them feel like they belong. You know, if you're ready to build a culture where your best people never want to leave, let's talk. Let's have a conversation that matters. Whether you're looking for a high-impact keynote, a hands-on leadership workshop, or a custom training for your team, I bring those tools and the energy and the experience to make it happen. Let's create a culture of connection. Let's create a culture of connection. One story at a time. Let's change the world. One conversation at a time. Click the link below to learn more, book a session, or schedule a Trust Connection discovery call where we talk about the things you need in your organizations to create more success, to keep your people to stay, to build that empathy-rich environment. And remember, when you learn people's stories, you keep your best people.